Where have they gone? I have been asking this question ever since 2018. I miss stories with character development. I miss Sakura So's exploration of sinking into a dark place and how the main character, Sorata, came out of it. I miss the exploration of trauma within Rika from love to Nibio and other delusions. I even miss small character moments of second-dimensional characters like Lala Deviluk who were conflicted about the emotion within themselves. Watching characters cope and grow from their dark sides was a big reason for my love for anime. There is hardly any other form of media with genuine characters who are not written conveniently to the plot. I miss stories loved for their personalities and not their appearance. It's weird to see mediocre animes like Rent a Girlfriend be this popular. I understand harems usually do not have great stories, but before 2018, at least there was character progression amongst characters. Let's take To Love Ru as an example. Rito does not like Lala's habit of being naked every time, so she chooses not to do it every time. Seems like an obvious thing to do, right? However, even the bare minimum is non-existent in today's romance and harems. Nowadays, it is rare to love a character just for their personality. How could an author write a story that does not have one compelling character? I understand that the current generation has a lot of things going on in their life, hence they want dumbed down content, though I hate the stories that have the same plot recycled over and over again. It is not all bad as there are glimmers of hope from time to time. My heart lifted when Dress Up Darling became popular. After what feels like ages, Dress Up Darling did have characters with compelling personalities. If Marin was the introduction, Gozo made me a fan. His determination inspired me to do something in life. That is what most media should make a viewer feel. They must positively impact your life. Gozo's compassion gave me chills. Now, I want to ask you when you last got chills after 2018. Fruit Basket comes to mind, but that was a remake of a 2001 anime, hence it doesn't count. The only examples are Dress Up Darling, Spy X Family, and Ousama Rankin, which shows how bad the writing has gotten over the years. Ousama Rankin was one of the best anime to come as of late. I love every character introduced in this story, the heartwarming and heartbreaking Bocchi, the tragic yet lovable story of Kage, the narcissistic Despa, and many more. The writing of Ousama Rankin was so immaculate that it made me cry in 2 episodes. I rarely cry, but the escalation of Bocchi's story was so beautifully executed that emotions just start to ooze out of you. That should be the standard, but sadly, it isn't the case. Nowadays, it is rare to see couples like Kimi ni Todoke, Sakura So, and Takagi-san. There is no question of why they fell in love. As the story progresses, we get to see small story moments that justify their love. But from the recent animes, you find yourself questioning why are they a couple. In the beginning, it is not frustrating to see a character being in love because of physical attraction, but when that concept is stretched for 200 plus chapters, it quickly becomes dull. They are affectionate by the physical appearance. They don't grow to love the other person for their human traits. Different situations make you change your decisions. That is obvious. To not get that is surprising honestly. These days, none of the animes are character driven. They just take a concept and quote-unquote expand on that theme. Blue Lock's plot is to trap high schoolers in a training capsule. That is the entire plot with no progression in character decisions. They just get strong at random moments between their matches. Take Haikyuu as an example. In episode 1, Hinata is very optimistic with a crazy passion for the game. However, in season 3, you see him break from the very core of his soul. From being a monster rookie to a ball boy, even I was embarrassed about his situation. Hinata breaks, but the way he picks himself up was so fun to watch. Those character choices make me more inclined to love him as a person. When you are striving for something, an invitation letter is given to failures. Demotivation is the key to failure. To see them overcome their shadows is the charm of every story, but the animes at present make a world with no anxiety and doubts. An idealistic world per se. Why should I watch an anime where there is no character conflict? But I'm not saying modern writing is bad entirely, as there are cases of it being enjoyable. Chainsaw Man is a great example of this kind of writing done right. There is no character conflict in it. It is just a fight to survive. So, by saying that, I might have triggered some Chainsaw Man diehards. It has conflicts, but it is never focused on. Rather, it is implied that Denji has some conflicts within himself. Then you start to get curious when that breaking point will happen. After reading the manga and seeing his breakpoint, it did leave an impactful mark on me. But for most parts, it is a conflictless story. There are no stakes in this anime, but it still finds way to make the story interesting. There is hope, but I have this undying craving for a character-driven story. When I watch animes like Dress Up Darling, Spy X Family, and Ousama Ranking, it makes me miss the old writing style. Recently, I was rewatching Violet Evergarden, and that craving got even worse. Seriously, I want to ask you guys to find me an anime that will quench this thirst for a good character-driven modern anime. Odd Taxi is an honorable mention, but it was an oddity in this modern era. It had an old school feel to it, so much so that I don't even consider it a modern anime. Put in the comments if you miss the old school. I would be curious to listen to your perspective on this topic. I hope my rant was not condescending to listen to, and I am sorry if I said bad things about your love franchises. Everyone is entitled to their opinions. There are no wrongs or rights in this topic. It's subjective to each person. Listening to a different line of thought is why I made this channel in the first place. So comment with your opinion, but for now, this will be Dungeon signing out.